Hello, I am here for some unconventional breath work, which I hope you really enjoy. If you don't like it, go back to the other guided sessions. This one is very much aimed at one of my girls, one of our community members, who told me that she really struggles with breath work. A lot of us do. And she said it just makes her more anxious. And I 100% understand that. I can relate to that. That was very me. And I think the more I expected myself to relax previously, the more anxious I got. It was the same with my sleep. I am very passionate about my work, so sometimes I work quite a lot. And it's fine, I do that in a healthy way, but I can ruminate with my thoughts sometimes, and when I'm trying to go to sleep, I think, oh, that's a great idea, we could do this, or that's a great idea, we could do that. And I used to get myself wound up about that as well, because now I'm not sleeping, and that was a whole thing. And see, when I just relinquished control, when I said, it doesn't matter that I'm thinking about work, or it doesn't matter that I'm thinking about anything else, and actually just fully expecting it, I started to relax a lot more. And I always think about work when I'm falling asleep, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'm just fully expecting it now. So if you are someone who thinks a lot about work before you fall asleep, and doing things like breath work or distraction activities or reading novels doesn't help, then this might help you as well. So it really depends on how your brain works. This one, we'll see if it works for you. So what I want you to do is to lie down. Again, unconventional, so it's not what we're supposed to do during our breath work, but I'm going to get you to lie down. You can grab a pillow or anything at all that you want to grab, and we're going to take a lie down, and I'm just going to let you think about whatever you want. So often, come on down, find yourself down here. Often when we are doing our breath work, one, we don't get ourselves into a nice comfortable position, and then that's all our bodies can think about. So get comfy. Who cares if you're supposed to sit up or not? It's whatever feels good to you right now and allows you to relax a little bit. But even though I'm saying that, I don't want you to force yourself to relax. I want you to think about whatever your brain wants to think about. I don't care. Just think about anything at all, and stop telling yourself that you're not allowed to think about it. And if you want, you can focus on your breath and feel what your body does when you inhale, and feel what it does when you exhale. But you don't have to. And if your mind wanders, it wanders. And maybe you do have something important on your mind, and constantly trying to tell yourself not to think about it might not be the right call. Maybe it's okay just to sit with that thought and know that it's there, it's part of our life, and we don't need to try and get rid of it in any way. But what we do want to do is just to take 5 minutes to not do anything else. So you're simply lying here, allowing your brain to do whatever it wants to do. And every now and then you're just going to ask yourself to pay attention to what your body's doing. Is your chest rising and falling? Is your tummy rising and falling? Are you clenching your hands at all? And again, who cares? It's a response, and I'm telling you that it's a normal human response to hold on to some tension and to feel stressed. And often we get ourselves wound up about de-stressing, which, yes, is important. But we forget that stress is also important. If we didn't have a stress response, something would be wrong. It's a life-saving skill. It's a skill that allows us to be productive. So have ease in the fact that sometimes you feel stressed because you're an optimal human being. You are functioning the way that you were designed to function. But sometimes we let our stress get on top of us a wee bit. And we just want to find a nice way for you to find a little bit of peace within that space. So there are no demands on you in terms of how you should be breathing right now, in terms of what your brain's allowed to think about right now. I just want you to simply be in your space. Notice what you think. Notice what your body is doing. Don't tell yourself you're not allowed to do anything. Don't tell yourself you're not allowed to think anything. Just simply lie here and know that no matter what your brain's thinking, no matter how you feel, that you are safely getting to rest for a couple of minutes in this day, whatever that day may be. And if you're quite happy lying down here, then remain lying down here for the rest of our breaths, which will not be forced, which will not be guided. We're simply going to stay here and breathe. Or you might want to start to bring your feet in towards the middle of your body, roll over a little bit here. You might want to stay on your side for a bit. Or you might want to sit up tall and get yourself back into a bit of a more of an aware state and a sense of what's around you. You might want to just open your eyes. Take a wee gaze around, knowing that we don't need to do anything right now. Even if there's chaos going on, you're taking that little bit of time just to go and put a smile on your face, because you're an absolute boss. And do not wind yourself up when it comes to any sort of relaxation, because it can just have such a counterintuitive effect or counterproductive effect. So sometimes the best thing to do and the best way to chill out is just to let your brain go where it's naturally going and let it resolve whatever's going on in there, and that's okay too. So I hope that helped you if you typically struggle with anything like that. If you prefer a different type of guided meditation, the kind of thing that we usually do, then don't you worry, there'll be plenty of that to follow, and there is more in our previous videos as well, so you can always go back to one of them. Be good to yourself, be easy on yourself. Please don't judge yourself for however your brain works. You're awesome anyway, and I will see you next week.